Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about the Bitcoin standard, what it is, its pros, its cons, and why I am definitely trying to allocate more Bitcoin exposure in my overall portfolio. So we're going to talk about, an intro to the Bitcoin standard, historical monetary systems, Bitcoin fundamentals, economic implications of Bitcoin, criticisms and challenges, and the future outlook for Bitcoin. So the introduction to the Bitcoin standard is a concept and framework that positions Bitcoin as a superior form of money for the modern economy. It envisions Bitcoin replacing traditional fiat currencies by leveraging its decentralized nature, fixed supply, and secure blockchain technology. This standard emphasizes Bitcoin's potential to provide a stable, transparent, and censorship-resistant monetary system that can protect wealth, reduce inflationary risk, and enhance financial sovereignty worldwide. So some historical monetary systems, we had the barter system. This was the earliest form of trade, involved direct exchange of goods and services without a standardized medium. Barter was limited by the need for a double coincidence of wants and lacked divisibility and durability. The next one was the gold standard. Gold became a widely accepted medium of exchange due to its scarcity, divisibility, and stability. Countries fixed their currencies to a specific amount of gold, providing trust and limiting inflation. And then lastly, we have the fiat currency, right? So fiat money is government issued currency, not backed by a physical commodity, but accepted by decree. It allows flexible monetary policy, but can lead to inflation and trust dependency on central authority. So definitely we can see what's been happening today with a fiat-based system. So the problems with traditional monetary system, issues in traditional systems, barter systems lack efficiency and scalability, making trade cumbersome and limiting economic growth. The gold standard provides intrinsic value backing, but it is inflexible and can restrict monetary policy. The fiat currency allows flexible monetary policy, but often leads to inflation and currency devaluation. Challenges and drawbacks: barter systems are inefficient due to double coincidence of wants and lack of a common medium of exchange. So, if someone is selling a particular service or product, but they don't have anyone else that's interested in that, it can be limiting as far as that goes. The gold standard's rigidity can cause economic crisis during gold shortages or surpluses. And then fiat currency systems suffer from centralization, where governments can manipulate money supply, aka turn on the money printer, reducing trust and causing inflation. So Bitcoin fundamentals. So it's decentralization. Bitcoin operates on a distributed network of computers, removing the need for a central authority and enhancing resilience and censorship resistance. There's a limited supply. Bitcoin's total supply is capped at 21 million coins, creating scarcity that protects against inflation, unlike traditional fiat currencies. Security: Bitcoin uses cryptographic algorithms and proof-of-work mining to secure transaction, making it highly resistant to fraud and hacking. Transparency: all Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public blockchain ledger, enabling anyone to verify and audit the currency's flow openly. How Bitcoin works: blockchain technology. Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, which is a chain of blocks linked using cryptography to ensure data integrity and transparency. The mining process: miners validate new transactions by solving complex mathematical puzzles, adding verified blocks to the blockchain, and earning Bitcoin rewards as an incentive. Transaction mechanics: users send Bitcoin by broadcasting signed transaction to the network, which miners can confirm and include in new blocks, ensuring secure and irreversible transfers. Decentralized network: Bitcoin operates on a peer-to-peer network with no central authority, where nodes validate and relay transactions to maintain the system's security and resilience. So the economic implications of Bitcoin: impact on inflation. Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million coins means it is inherently deflationary, preventing the inflationary pressures common in fiat currencies. that can erode purchasing power over time. It's a fixed supply. They can't print more Bitcoin, right? So that is definitely deflationary. Influence on monetary policy. Bitcoin operates without central authority control, limiting government's ability to manipulate money supply or interest rates. This decentralization challenges traditional monetary policy tools. And the store of value potential. Bitcoin is increasingly viewed as digital gold due to its scarcity and security, offering investors a hedge against current devaluation and economic instability. Adoption and market metrics. Bitcoin adoption metrics over time. So we can see with this chart here, the market cap for USD is 900 billion, daily transactions of 400,000, and active users globally 120 million. So some criticisms and challenges, right? So the strengths are decentralized network reduces reliance on traditional financial institution. Transparent blockchain enhances security and trust. A limited supply offers protection against inflation. Global accessibility enables borderless transactions. Some challenges: scalability issues limit transaction speed and increase fees during high demand. High energy consumption of mining raises environmental concerns. Regulatory uncertainty creates legal and compliance risk worldwide. And then volatility and price challenges Bitcoin's use as a stable store of value. Some future outlooks for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is set for growth through key technological advances like the Lightning Network, which improves scalability and lowers transaction fees. Evolving regulations worldwide aim to provide clear guidelines, boosting investor confidence and adoption. Institutional interest continues to rise, strengthening Bitcoin's role as a store of value and inflation hedge. Trends such as decentralized finance, aka DeFi, and integration with traditional financial systems highlights Bitcoin's expanding influence. Despite challenges, ongoing innovation and adoption signal a strong future for Bitcoin as a foundational digital asset. Some summary and key takeaways: the historical monetary evolution. Monetary systems evolved from a barter to a gold standard, then to fiat currency, each with strengths and vulnerabilities influencing trust and stability in economies. Bitcoin offers decentralization, limited supply, security, and transparency, addressing many flaws of traditional currencies and creating a new monetary paradigm. Bitcoin challenges inflation, control, and monetary policy norms, with adoption growing despite criticism, positioning its potential store of value and future financial standard. And that's going to be it for today's presentation. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Are you bought in on the new Bitcoin standard versus, the fiat standard that we currently have today? How much are you currently allocating towards Bitcoin? A lot of people recommend 5%, 10%. I think right now I'm shooting for a 10% allocation across the board. But, as time goes, I'm definitely going to look to increase that, as certain things play out and so forth there. But yeah, guys, if you got some value from this, definitely like, subscribe below. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Would love to hear what you guys think on this new Bitcoin standard ideology.